Good morning, Truth Seekers. Second post today. I already did a post on the Philae probe landing. Now it's reported in the headlines that Carol Ann Susie, the 62-year-old actress on Big Bang Theory, has died unexpectedly. Let's first look at her name gematria. Carol sums to 22. Ann sums to 11. So Carol Ann with that spelling is 33. Plus 14 for Susie. Carol Ann Susie is 47. And if you've gone back to my earlier post, I've explained how Hollywood names, celebrity names so often sum to 33, 47, 74. Some other numbers are important, but so often these ones. The phrase Big Bang sums to 33, just like the word Genesis. A lot of people say Big Bang and Genesis are stories of the same thing. Big Bang Theory with simple English gematria sums to 133. The relationship between 33 and 133. The word federal equals 33. The word government equals 133, using these same methods, same rules. On the show The Big Bang Theory, she is the mother of Howard Wolowitz. Howard is a 33 name. Wolowitz, with that spelling, is 44. Combined, it creates 77. The phrase Knights of Templar sums to 77. The American meridian is the 77th meridian. The Pentagon is 77 feet tall. On September 11th, 2001, it was Flight 77 that hit the Pentagon. So check this out, though, about Carol Ann Susie. She was born February 2nd, 1952. February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year. 33 with already all this heavy emphasis on 33. She died on November 11th, 2014, 11/11. And her career as an actress began in the year 74. You can look that up. She was 62 years old today, or yesterday when she died, 62. The word Mason sums to 62. The word Freemason sums to 96. The three ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, 31, 32, 33, 33 the highest, summed to 96, just like the word Freemason. So anyway, today, in seemingly separate and unrelated news, the Philae probe became the first spacecraft to land on a moving comet that was said to be moving 41,000 miles per hour, supposedly. Philae probe sums to 62 like the word Mason, and it landed on the Churyumov-longer word comet. That first part, though, Churyumov, is a 47 word. I did a post on this earlier today. I'll link it in the comments. It's post number 149. The longer spelling of that can sum to 119, 11/9. And, I mean, just think about it, you guys. So, two separate stories. Landing on a comet, Big Bang. Landing on a comet, Big Bang. Do you remember the movie Armageddon that came out just before 9/11 that shows the World Trade Centers get destroyed? That was about landing on a comet, blowing it up, and saving the planet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making connections that aren't there. But the reason I'm doing this, you guys, is because I've been doing research for a year. And earlier this year, I noticed that the movie Deep Impact was coded with 44 and 33 through and through. It's directed by Mimi Leader. Both the names Mimi and Leader sum to 44. Currently, we're in the 44th presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. The comet in the movie Deep Impact is named the Biedermann Comet that's going to destroy Earth. Biedermann sums to 44, just like the name Mimi, just like the name Leader. In the film, the Biedermann Comet is discovered May 10th, 1998. That date's super curious because 5 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8 sums to 33. And then if you write it out 5/10/98, 5 plus 10 is 15, plus 98 is 113. The word apocalypse and the word salvation sum to 113. Also recently, a film released more recently than Deep Impact, and I also want to note that in Deep Impact, Morgan Freeman is the president, so obviously we also have the racial connection besides the number 44 from the movie. More recently in the movie Dark Knight, the third and final Batman movie in that most recent trilogy, Dark Knight features a nuclear bomb going off over water and also causing something similar to what happens in Deep Impact. Dark Knight sums to 67, like the words west, like the words water, like the word organic, like the word alchemy, like a soul, human soul, important number. On the flip, 76, like the gas station and so many companies have the 76 coding, the phrase Knight of Templar, the singular sums to 76. That's interesting because Knight, the word, sums to 33, and Templar sums to 31. Those are the ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, 31 through 33. So that phrase, Dark Knight rises, you could also see that as water rises in Gematria because water sums to 67, just like Dark Knight. And yeah, you guys, there's just been so many stories and so many numerological connections, and they all seem to be pointing towards these same type of events. I just said a second ago, 113, the words apocalypse and salvation sum to 113. We just recently had a November 3rd, 11-3, where One World Trade Center opened. The Costa Concordia hoax came to a conclusion, which began on January 13th, another 113 in 2012. You just start to look at all these stories, the way they're lining up. It seems like they're foreshadowing something that is imminent. And what concerns me is I've put a lot of connections together that point to something in the Pacific Northwest very recent, possibly as recent as this coming November 24th. November 24th. If you live in the Pacific Northwest, you owe it to yourself to watch some of my videos and read my blog, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com. I put together a lot of information recently and I'm trying to be a skeptic and doubt myself and prove myself wrong. But the more news, the more stories they release, the more it seems to point to what looks inevitable. So caution, truth seekers. I don't want to be a fearmonger, and there's no benefit to being afraid, but there is a benefit to being prepared mentally and in the physical real world. So what all of us can do, I mean, if they do have a hoax plan for us, it might not be as drastic as we fear, but it might be a real hoax meant to instill a psychological impact. They could turn out the power on a big region for a week or longer. And imagine living without power and running water for a week. If you're not prepared, that could be very difficult. At the same time, if you have water on hand, if you have dry food that you can eat without power, if you have blankets and warm clothes ready to go, you might be just fine. So that's what I'm saying, Truth Seeker. Don't be fearful. Be prepared, be intelligent, be knowledgeable. I have family right now in Portland, Oregon, who I've been trying to alert to what I've been researching, and they are totally unopen. They think I'm crazy, and they think there's no point in researching stuff like this because all this stuff is just all coincidence, and no one could have this much control. In their minds, they truly believe that, and even though I'm their own family, they tune me out. And that's unfortunate for me because they're making decisions that could be detrimental to their lives. And I can't justify the way that they think. I guess it's just ignorance is bliss, and that's the way they want to keep it. But this ignorance, it can come with real consequences. And I fear that people in my own family might experience those consequences. And that's hard for me to think about. And I keep trying to reach out to them, but I see that I'm angering them. So, I have to back off as a person. But at the same time, I'm just saying, truth seekers, it's better to be prepared, open-minded, thinking, and aware. And if you can do that, you're doing a great job. So hang in there. Until next time.